They say blood is stronger than water. But in Benin City, people whisper that when blood betrays blood, even the river takes revenge. This is the story of two sisters, twins, born with one soul, and how jealousy turned their love into a curse that could never be broken. Long ago, in the ancient heart of Benin City, a woman named Mama Evie gave birth to twin girls. The villagers danced, clapped, and sang for joy. They called the girls Ejiro and Ene. But as they celebrated, an old river priest stood in silence. He whispered a warning to Mama Evie. These twins share one soul. If they ever love the same man, the river will choose one to return to her. Mama Evie smiled and nodded, pretending not to believe, but deep down, she never forgot those words. Years passed. The twins grew into beautiful young women, identical faces but different hearts. Ejiro was gentle, humble, and kind. Ene was fiery, proud, and jealous of her sister's calmness. When Ejiro met Osahun, a respected young lawyer, love bloomed quickly. Their wedding was grand, full of drums, beads, laughter, and blessings. But Ene's smile that day hid something darker. Inside her heart, envy had taken root. After some months, Mama Evie asked Ejiro to let Ene stay with her until she found work in the city. Ejiro agreed with joy, believing it would bring them closer. At first, things were peaceful. The sisters cooked together, sang old songs, and shared secrets as before. But soon, small changes began. Ene started wearing Ejiro's clothes. She used her sister's perfume. She sat in Osahun's chair when he wasn't home. Ejiro laughed it off at first, but one night she woke up and saw a shadow in the hallway, a figure that looked exactly like her kissing her husband. She gasped, "Ene!" But when the light came on, Ene laughed softly. "Sister, are you dreaming again?" Osahun added gently, "My love, you must have imagined things. Go back to bed." Ejiro said nothing, but her hands trembled. That night, as she lay awake, she heard a faint voice from far away, a woman's voice calling a name from the river. "Ejiro, come to me." She couldn't sleep again. Something had awakened. The next morning, Mama Evie came visiting. The air in the house felt heavy. She looked from one daughter to the other and said quietly, "You two used to be one heart. What happened?" Neither spoke. Ene only smiled. Before leaving, Mama Evie took Ejiro's hand and whispered, "No matter what happens, don't go near the river on the night of the new moon. The spirit of twins still lives there." Ejiro promised, but peace had already left her home. Ene had begun poisoning Osahun's mind, telling him that Ejiro was becoming jealous and unstable, and soon Osahun began to change. He started giving Ejiro a strange herbal tea every night, saying it would help her sleep. But after drinking it, she felt weak, dizzy, and sometimes forgot whole hours of the night. One evening, Ejiro woke up suddenly. Her head spun. She saw Ene, dressed in her wrapper and beads, sneaking into Osahun's room. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. Her world went dark. In her dream, she saw a tall woman covered in white beads standing by the river. Her eyes were full of tears. "The one you love will drown the one who loves you," the spirit whispered. "The river remembers betrayal." Ejiro woke up sweating, her hands wet as if she had dipped them in water. That same morning, Chief Igbinedion, the guardian of the ancestral shrine, came to visit. He looked at both sisters and said, "Remember the oath you took as children. If one twin betrays the other, the river will demand a life." Neither sister spoke, but Ene's eyes turned away. That night was the Igwe festival, a time of drums, dancing, and masquerades. The whole community gathered in celebration. Osahun, Ene, and Ejiro were all there, but Ejiro could not dance. She felt something dark watching her. Before midnight, Ene and Osahun disappeared from the crowd. By dawn, Osahun's lifeless body was found by the river bank. His throat was cut. Around his body were 2 sets of identical footprints. The villagers screamed in fear. The curse had returned. Ene cried out, "She did it! My sister killed my husband out of jealousy." Ejiro shook her head in tears. "No, the river took him. The river did this." The police arrived before noon. Inspector Oke questioned both sisters. Ene wept bitterly and said, "Ejiro hated him. She wanted him dead." Ejiro whispered over and over, "The river knows the truth. The river knows the truth." When Inspector Oke searched the house, he found a ceremonial duenai blade hidden behind the curtain, a knife used only in ancient rituals. Both sisters' fingerprints were on it. The case confused everyone. Even the inspector began to feel uneasy, as if something unseen was watching. That night, Ejiro had another dream. She stood beside the river under the new moon. She looked down and saw her reflection, but the face smiling back at her wasn't hers, it was Ene's. The reflection whispered, "Come home, sister, it's time." Ejiro woke up trembling and begged the inspector, "Please let me go to the river, I can prove my innocence." Out of pity, he allowed it. At the river bank, under the pale moonlight, Ejiro knelt and prayed, "If I have wronged my sister, take me. But if I am innocent, let the river speak." The water was still for a moment. Then it began to swell slowly, rising higher and higher. A cold wind blew. A pale hand reached out from beneath the water and pulled Ejiro in. Before anyone could move, she was gone. The river became calm again, as if nothing had happened. By morning, Ene woke up screaming. Her clothes were wet. Mud covered her feet. Mama Ivy rushed in. "Ene, what is it?" Ene cried, "I saw Ejiro. She was pulling me into the water. She said I took what was hers." Mama Ivy gasped when she noticed a strange mark on Ene's shoulder, the sacred twin mark that once belonged only to Ejiro. That afternoon, the villagers gathered by the river. Chief Igbenedion poured palm wine onto the sand and said, "The river has judged. When twins betray, one dies in body, the other in soul." From that day, Ene was never the same again. She wandered the village like a shadow, whispering her sister's name. Sometimes she sat by the river, staring into the water, speaking to no one. A year later, fishermen found a golden ring floating near the same river. It was Ejiro's wedding ring. Mama Ivy took the ring, pressed it to her chest and wept. She whispered, "Twins are one soul in 2 bodies. When love turns to envy, both hearts drown together." The river rippled softly, as if answering her. And from that day, the people of Benin warned their children, never let jealousy live where love was born. Because jealousy destroys the bond that even blood cannot